Hi, I'm Curious Vedant, and welcome to season 7 of my podcast. Today, my guest is J Signey, who is the corporate engagement lead in the Philippines for Global Food Partners, a multinational consulting company that helps food businesses in Asia meet their cage-free commitments. Jay has a degree in communications and films, and was also a fellow of the first cohort of the Southeast Asia Farm Animal Welfare Fellowship. Hi Jay, welcome to my show.
Hello, hi Vedant, thanks for inviting me.
No problem. I'm extremely excited to talk to you.
Me too.
Okay, so let's start with your college degree. What does one learn in communications and film course? What kind of projects did you get to do?
Well, a lot of things. It's actually a very broad degree or broad course. So it depends on what you really want to focus on. So me, I focused on production. So it means that I got to do a lot of events, a lot of films, theater plays as well. And I did, like what I said, I did theater, which I really enjoyed. I did short films as well, and I would usually gun for a position of a director because that's what I like to do.
That sounds like an extremely fun course.
Yeah, it is.
And now you work in the animal welfare space. So, from studying filmmaking to now working in the animal welfare space, how did your transition happen?
Yeah, it happened because I took a break because I got burned out. So after university, I took a break for 1 year. And then after 1 year, when I felt like I was ready to do work, I did that. So yeah, I started teaching first actually. So I taught English to Korean students and some Japanese students. And after that, I still volunteered for the Philippine Animal Welfare Society in the Philippines. And then I got fished out by your mom, Divya. So PAWS announced that there's going to be a fellowship for Southeast Asia. So I started applying, and then I got it. And I did the fellowship for, I think, 6 weeks, was it? Or several weeks. And I presented my project proposal, which is about cage-free. And that's where GFP, or Global Food Partners, found me. And now I work for them. I work for your father, for your dad.
That's a really inspiring journey.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about the kind of rescues done at the PAWS shelter, and what specifically you volunteered in?
Okay, so the Philippine Animal Welfare Society is more focused on companion animals, but now they do farm animal welfare as well. So I started volunteering in 2018. So what happened was I had this 5-hour break in between classes. And I'm a person who doesn't want to do nothing. So I looked for volunteer opportunities. I went online and I typed volunteer opportunities near my school. And I found this opportunity. I found PAWS, as we call it. And I found that it's really close to my university. And then I submitted my application. And 6 years later, still here, still volunteering. At PAWS, we do a lot of different things because we don't have a lot of active volunteers. So we do cleaning, so we scrub the floor, we paint the walls. So from stuff like that to direct animal care, which means that we get to take care of the cats and the dogs. We get to volunteer in outreaches. So we do spay and neuter, vaccination drives, and we also do some admin work. Yeah, so it's a range of tasks that we do.
Did you enjoy all of the tasks?
Yeah, definitely. Even the cleaning, I like it. So if you visit PAWS, you will see a mural, like a painting, or like a wall where there are paintings of dogs, rescued dogs that we had before. And yeah, it's a doggy park, as we call it. So I encourage you to visit the shelter in the Philippines if ever you come back.
So, from volunteering at the PAWS shelter to taking up a career in animal welfare, you explained that journey and it was very inspiring. Can you tell me more about your role at your current organization, GFP?
Yeah, so like what you mentioned a while ago when you introduced the company, we do cage free. So we focus on cage free for now. So as a corporate engagement lead in the Philippines, we again engage with the corporates, so the multinational corporations in the Philippines. So we do meetings there, we do a lot of networking. So when we have meetings with the corporates who are looking into sourcing cage-free eggs, or those who have commitment to source cage-free eggs, we provide them solutions, because cage-free eggs are very scarce in the Philippines still, but not just in the Philippines, but in the whole of Southeast Asia. So that's the bottleneck for corporates. Like, they have a commitment, they don't know how to achieve their goals, they don't know how to fulfill this policy. So that's where we come in. We provide them solutions, we explain the programs, we do roadmaps for them, so those kinds of things. So basically, we help them source cage-free eggs in the Philippines.
Wow. So, what are some of the bigger companies that you've interacted with directly?
We work with Marriott in the
Wow.
Philippines. Yeah, and a bunch of other companies.
Wow. Marriott is like really big because aren't they the biggest hotel operator in the world?
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, correct.
Wow. So, do you have any advice for others who are interested in working in the field of animal welfare, whether it be in an animal shelter or doing corporate engagement like you do?
Yeah. Start with volunteering, because when you volunteer, that's when you really get to know if you belong there or if you like this space, right? Because I feel like if you're working for something, that should be something that you enjoy doing or something that gives you happiness. So the first step to know if it gives you joy is to try it. So you do volunteer stuff, right? Like what I did. So may it be for companion animal welfare, farmed animal welfare, wild animal welfare. So you do volunteer first. And if you like it, then maybe you can go for a career. Maybe you can network with people, see if they can help you with this career path. So I think that's what you do. That's what I did. Apart from companion animal welfare, I also volunteered for Fish Welfare Initiative. So I went to Cebu with the former Philippine team of Fish Welfare Initiative, and that was like my first dip in the farmed animal welfare space. So we did producer engagement. So we engaged with fish farmers there, and that's how I really got to see the work that's being done in the remote areas, for example, or for the welfare of fish in the region. And I got to see that it's not an easy job, but it's a job that I think I can do, and I think I can have an impact on.
Which one did you like more? Fish welfare, the corporate engagement for animals that you do now for the caged eggs, or your work at the shelter? Which one did you find more fun?
Oh, these are different things, because for the companion animal welfare or the shelter, you get to move a lot, right? So you use your hands a lot. But for corporate engagement, you're most of the time sitting in front of the computer, right, doing outreach, sending emails. So very different things, but I enjoy both of them. So it's like Monday to Friday, I do my corporate engagement work. And then Saturday or Sunday, I do animal shelter work. Yeah, so that's like my typical week. All for the animals.
If you don't mind me asking, what made you join GFP and do the animal shelter work instead of choosing a fish welfare path?
interesting question. Because GFP was looking for a person in the Philippines, and my project proposal when I did the fellowship was about cage-free eggs. So I thought that it really aligned to whatever I wanted to take up or the path that I wanted to take. And fish welfare was just for volunteering. They don't have operations in the Philippines anymore, but I hope in the future they'll be able to, work here, work in the Philippines. Sorry, say it again. But I hope that in the future they'll be able to continue their work in the Philippines. So yeah, Global Food Partners offered me a job, and I thought that it was great, and working environment is really, really good, really healthy. So I'm happy. I'm happy that I am with Global Food Partners.
Yeah, I mean, you seem like, from what you told me during this interview, you seem like you're really, really passionate about animal welfare, and it seems like it seems like you really like your job. So, apart from doing your job, what you love, what are some of your other hobbies?
My hobbies, I like playing sports. I think that I'm good at volleyball. I like hard court volleyball or indoor volleyball. I also like beach volleyball. But I also play basketball, badminton, a lot of sports actually. And I want to learn more, like climbing, for example, or soccer, or pickleball, those things. Yeah, I also like traveling. I think that I've traveled to a lot of countries. I like backpacking. So those are things that I do when I'm not working or after work.
Wow, I mean, that's a lot of sports. I mean, how do you manage your time?
It's important to have a work-life balance. So at GFP, I think we do have that. Or at least to me, I try to do my best to have hobbies outside of work, because that's how you keep yourself sane, right? Because you're working all the time, you're working most of the day, and it's important to give yourself a chance to enjoy as well, like to have fun. And this is how I have fun. So I do sports, and it's also good for you. It's healthy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I play sports as well, and yeah, it is extremely fun.
And I heard you play volleyball now too.
Yeah, I'm part of my school team.
Very nice. I'm excited. I'm excited for you.
Thank you. I mean, good luck on your sports journey as well.
You too. You too.
So, this podcast has been very interesting and fun. So, thank you so much for coming on my show.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vedant, for inviting me.
Yeah, I learned a lot, and I'm sure my listeners will also have enjoyed this.
I hope so. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, so thank you and bye.
Bye.
Dear listeners, follow my Facebook page, Curious Vedant, to get updates on my upcoming episodes. To listen at leisure on your phone and get notified about future episodes, subscribe by searching for Curious Vedant wherever you get your podcasts, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, and many more. You can also listen to my show on curiousvedant.com. Thank you for listening to Curious Vedant, and don't forget to rate and leave comments.